Hello, it's Kay, jumping in with a quick announcement. I am like super excited. I don't know, I've been putting myself into the flow and letting some things kind of come to light. I think I shared a couple of episodes ago that what I really wanted to do was have some sort of autumn curriculum. And I wasn't even sure that I wanted to call it a curriculum, but I knew that I wanted to bring you kind of deeply into something that mattered to me. And there's a couple of ways that we're doing that this autumn. And so I wanted to super quick share about those with you and get you excited and prepared if there was something that you wanted to like, for example, a book that you wanted to buy or something like that. So the first thing is that starting very soon, just in a couple days from now, about a week from now, we will be doing a book study here at Practical Intuition with Kay. I've never done anything like this before. I'm super excited to bring you into a very special and book that's been kind of it is relates right to my human relationships and human development and human dynamics center my learning. What, even in my undergrad years, what my degree is in, it's a Bachelor of Science in Human Relations, Human Development and Family Relations. And this book just nails that. So the book itself is called The Relationship Handbook, a simple guide to satisfying relationships. And it's by a wonderful therapist, actually, named George Pransky. It is, in fact, the audiobook, which is how I listen to it, is read by George's brother. And he sounds exactly like he must have grown up. They must have grown up really near me, where I grew up in Massachusetts, because they sound like they could be from the next town over, or even that town that I grew up in. And so that has a special layer of kind of like comfort and enjoyment to me. But it's it's available in audio, it's available in ebook format, it's available as a paperback. So like, good access to this book. And we're going to spend the first and third Tuesdays, starting Tuesday, October the 1st, and going into December, just kind of studying this book. So we'll read a couple chapters at a time. So I would say uh, for the first one, like, so October the 1st, if you have this book and you would like to get started reading it, let's plan on the first two chapters. We'll pick a number. So if you want to have the first two chapters of the Relationship Handbook read by October the 1st, that way when it releases, you'll be informed about like what we're talking about. And if you're hearing this after this, and after October the 1st or whatever, please feel free to just get the book at that point and join in. But yeah, that's so we will focus on the first two chapters on October the 1st. So be prepared for that. And I'm really excited to bring you into this, especially now. It feels like this is the moment to be exploring how to have satisfying relationships. There's just a lot in the zeitgeist. There's a lot in our environments that feels not just not satisfying or fulfilling, but like downright uncomfortable and scary. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this. And I'd love for you to join in and share about it. If, let your friends know, right? Let your coworkers know if this resonates, that this is what we're doing on Practical Intuition with Kay for the last 3 months of the year. We're going to strengthen our ability to enjoy satisfying relationships. And I'm including myself in that. I'm excited to do this study together. And then the other thing that I wanted to bring your attention to was earlier this year in May, I started creating a weekly art share. Well, I started creating what has become a weekly art share. So I basically share a painting and a story about it, or something that it relates to. There was one that I did called Why Maine, which was about how much I love the state of Maine and why. And they've ranged on all subjects, really. And so I will provide the link in the show notes here. By the way, I will do that with the George Pransky book as well, so that you have a place to get it. And I will share the link to my weekly art share is called Art Creativity and Wellbeing, and it is at klockcolt.substack.com is the platform that I am creating it on. As I say, that's all in the show notes, so you don't have to worry about spelling or whatever. And so each week, each Tuesday, if you become a free subscriber, you'll get that weekly art share into your inbox. And sometimes people are choosing to support my work, not just with attention, which is amazing. So grateful for you if you're giving your attention to me as a free subscriber. And then some people choose to support my work financially as well. And so what I'm doing for the paid supporters is I'm having a curriculum for them as well, and or for you if you are one of them. And I decided to take the paid supporters so in my book, I've got a memoir. It's called Waking Up, and it is about how I grew to love my body and myself while solo hiking across northern England. Many of you know I used to need a wheelchair, and then I built my body up to be able to through hike from one side of England to the other in 2023. And the growth was so much more than physical. So in my memoir, I share about 7 important tools. And these are the tools that have helped me, that have just been really, really helpful for me on my journey. And you do not have to have purchased my book to benefit from the autumn curriculum for the paid supporters at Art Creativity and Wellbeing. You can if you want to, and I think there's some relevance there if you have read it or you choose to read it. But most importantly, I'm going to do a video every other week, starting on Thursday, October the 3rd, where I'm sharing about one of the tools, the learning for me. And I'm really, because I'm sort of thinking of it as a curriculum, I'm going to be having some questions, some curiosity for you and your journey. So for example, the first one is called the amplifier. So one of the most important tools for me was about amplifying. And it's funny, I say it as the first one. It may not be the first one, but anyway, it will be one of them. And what I want to do is share about why, what the amplifier is, how it came to being, how it's helpful for me. And then I'm always going to ask, because this is the fun, I think, of doing something like this in depth. How do you have an amplifier, right? Like, do you have one at all? And if so, what happens when it goes off inside of you? Yeah, so that's kind of those are the things that we're doing this autumn around here. So Practical Intuition with Kay, we're going to be studying a wonderful handbook called the Relationship Handbook. And then over at Art Creativity and Wellbeing, there's 2 ways for you to enjoy that. You can sign up for a weekly art share. And if you want to support me in a paid way, then what I'm doing is sharing the most important tools for me along my journey of well-being. And that all starts, so for the paid supporters at Art Creativity and Wellbeing, that will start Thursday, October the 3rd, and it'll be the first and third Thursdays, plus Halloween. I've decided that I'm going to release, because there's 7 tools. So along the way, one of those will be released on Halloween, which is like the week between the 1st and the 3rd. So yeah, so that's what's happening. Links to everything will be in the show notes. I'm excited to have you along on the ride. If any of this feels relevant and you'd like to share about it to some people that you know, that would be amazing. I'm excited to see where we take this together. Wishing you very well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.